Namaskar, I'm Ashok Vyas, and I'm going to talk about decision-making process. When you start speaking, and especially when you're recording a video, one, you have to decide whether you'll speak in Hindi or in English if you are comfortable in these two languages. So I chose to speak in English at the last moment, which means I didn't plan what I'm going to be talking about. And when someone is not speaking on a predetermined theory or the flow of words, then he's groping in a sort of a darkness. But if he's groping in the darkness too much, then it'll make no sense. So I don't have that much darkness around me. I have certain light, and that light is regarding self-control. So we are going to be talking about self-control. If you find yourself in a situation where you are just maybe scrolling your mobile phone, going from one reel to another, and that puts you in a sort of a sleepy state where you are not consciously living. So you leave your consciousness behind and you just become like a zombie. And you don't realize that you have become a zombie. And I've been in that situation recently. So I thought, let me share my interpretation and analysis of being in that state where you are unconsciously being driven to certain acts or participating in something which is literally not adding value to your being. It is actually taking away your capacity to consciously connect with yourself. What happens? Time goes by. You feel that you are engaged in some pursuit, and yet after some time, it could be half an hour, it could be 1 hour, it could be 2 hours sometimes, you feel that your capacity to have the sense of self-control about what you want to do, when you want to do, is gradually slipping away. It's like if you want to write something and the way you are holding your pen, it doesn't have that firm grip whereby if you want, let's say, to write letter A, you are not in a position to make the kind of lines that would make letter A visible on the paper. The same way, what you want to accomplish, even if you don't know what you want to accomplish, but you at least have the confidence that you will follow your inner compass and would move in the direction that is due for you, that you have decided. Now, here what is happening is when we become like zombies, we let the self-control go out of the window and become addicted to maybe some set of, as they probably use the term, bungee watching. So you keep on watching one to another. There could be some entertainment value, but when that takes over and it becomes a priority to what is going to add value or would help you move towards success, then I think it needs to be addressed. And that's what I am trying to do for me. And I thought, let me share with you. So we need to figure out a way whereby we get back the range of the flow of our consciousness. How will that happen? We have to decide. And that decision, many times, even if it is taken, would not be implemented instantly sometimes. But we have to not let 1 or 2 or 4 or 5, or for that matter, 8, 12 failures give us the impression that we cannot succeed. So once you fail doesn't mean that you will always fail, is something that I would like us to remember and keep trying. In that attempt, what I am saying is an attempt to try and bring myself to the track of conscious expression. Is it making sense? Yeah, it is making sense for me. Is it making sense for you? It may or may not, based on where you are in terms of your set of priorities and your equilibrium of clarity about various factors in your life at this given point of time. Time is going to change, but are we changing with time the way we would like to change? Time brings about something on our doorsteps. let's say it could be something that is not in sync with what you would like it to bring. In that case, we need to develop the rhythm of understanding about ourselves, about overall quota of happiness, which is, by the way, limitless. And we could be more and more and more and more happy. Now, that happiness demands certain amount of clarity and also certain amount of self-control. So let us zero down on the term self-control. Are you in control of yourself is the question that we need to ask. And we need to ask it again and again in different circumstances, in different situations. And we need to try and figure out how to bring that self-control back. It's like you're riding a horse and you don't have the rein of the horse. So horse may go to any direction. It may gallop, or it may go to that kind of a path where you would fall from it. So let us not fall. Let us rise. In order to rise, we need to resonate with the internal spirit and that, say, spiritual energy. Leave aside the spiritual word. Just come back to the space of consciousness, of being aware. And on that note, the more you practice, the more you feel a sense of confidence in getting conviction that you are not drifting away. So even if you move 1 inch in the direction in the time that you consider, you would have moved miles. But if you are moving in the right direction, that 1 inch tomorrow would grow, and gradually you will get your speed back. The sum up for this conversation or dialogue or sharing, one, we need to be clear that if we lose self-control, it is not the healthy way of connecting with life. Being a human being and having been given this wonderful instrument of body, the kind of multiple use for which we can engage these two hands is amazing. There are so many wonderful things about us, but everything boils down to our awareness and our conscious participation in helping our growth, in making our growth possible. So put it differently, I will conclude by recollecting a definition of happiness, which says happiness is what was it, man? Happiness is moving towards worthy goals. Happiness is the conviction that you are moving towards the worthy goals. Now, this worthy goal or the awareness of the worthy goal also demands a sense of being in control. If you don't even know what is happening to you, you may slide this way, that way, and recollect the image when there is flood, you cannot, or maybe there is snowfall and you have no control on the way your car is moving. It is sliding, it is just out of your control from the steering wheel. Then you feel the sense of risk, as well as you feel uncomfortable. So let us come back to the most important and wonderful vehicle that this body is, and the consciousness, or the one who is on the driving seat is definitely valuable. And let's not give that valuable asset of our being to something which is illusionary, which is in real terms is destructive. So let us be constructive consciously by exercising our self-control is where I urge myself to be more aware and do what is desirable from the point of view of attaining worthy goals and realizing a sense of fulfillment. And I wish the same for you. And I appreciate you being with me, because these kind of expressions are not very structured expressions, but they are coming from the heart, and they are coming from a sense of camaraderie, because we all, as human beings, are given similar instruments of body and mind, and we, whether we accept, we know or not, more or less we have similar set of challenges that we face on day-to-day basis, emotionally, intellectually, financially, whatever it is. So exchanging notes with people who we can relate to is always helpful. And if you could relate to this expression, kindly like and share your comments, as well as if you find somebody who may find it interesting, and share this link with that person. Here, with lots of thanks to you and with love for humanity, this is Ashok Vyas. Namaste.